Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of SpongeBob Now. Today, I will be talking about The Thing, and Hocus Pocus. First, I'm going to talk about The Thing. Enjoy. In the beginning of the episode, Squidward notices that the neighborhood is unusually quiet, and assumes that SpongeBob is gone for the evening. Back in his house, Squidward tries to relax and watch some smooth jazz on public television, only to be distracted by SpongeBob and Patrick appearing right on schedule, who emphasize that they are trying to enhance Squidward's evening. Eventually, Squidward lets SpongeBob and Patrick watch with him, only to be bombarded with so many questions. At last, Squidward is fed up and leaves Patrick and SpongeBob watching his television. Departing the neighborhood on his bicycle, Squidward is hit by a truck of cement and flies off into jellyfish fields, where he stays for 5 days. SpongeBob and Patrick are jellyfishing, where they spot him and decide to adopt Squidward, who they consider a wild animal and refer to as Smelly. Squidward tries to get away, but because the cement hindered his ability to talk, SpongeBob assumes Smelly is excited to come with him and takes him home. Back at SpongeBob's pineapple house, Gary attacks Squidward and SpongeBob determines that it is dangerous for Smelly to remain in his household, given that Gary never attacks anyone like that except Squidward, not realizing the two are really one and the same. Patrick decides to take Squidward under his wing, and plays a game of catch with him at his rock, but ends up calling Animal Control, who come and take Smelly to the zoo. There, SpongeBob is horrified that everyone is treating Smelly so cruelly, so that night, SpongeBob and Patrick break into the zoo and plan to free Squidward. However, they are caught by Animal Control and SpongeBob and Patrick only manage to lose them by going underground. After a while, Patrick sees the light and the gang find themselves in a jungle-like landscape. SpongeBob remarks that the creatures around them look just like Smelly, so they leave Smelly with his real family and return home. The creatures accept Squidward as one of their kind, and as Kelpie G starts playing his clarinet, Squidward's cement cracks open and he simply says to the creatures, hi. As the episode ends. Next, I'm going to talk about Hocus Pocus. Enjoy. In the beginning of the episode, SpongeBob is preparing popcorn for himself and Gary. The popcorn flies into his living room and he settles down to watch television, when a commercial comes on for a magic kit, which SpongeBob decides to order. 4 to 6 weeks later, SpongeBob receives the kit in the mail and decides to show Squidward his skills in the magical arts. He tries to demonstrate a card trick to Squidward, but the latter escapes from under the former's nose. He then heads out of Bikini Bottom on a bus passing by. Meanwhile, a boatmobile passes by and Monroe is unhappy because his ice cream cone is pistachio. His father doesn't understand why he dislikes pistachio when he asked for it. Soon, the boatmobile hits a crack and the kid's pistachio ice cream cone flies out, which causes the kid to cry even more, and lands onto Squidward's chair. Because of this, SpongeBob thinks he has turned Squidward into an ice cream cone and promises him that he will still be able to live a normal life after he seems unable to change Squidward back to his normal self. Sometime later at Goo Lagoon, SpongeBob notices the Squidward ice cream cone is melting in the sun, forcing SpongeBob to rush at home and put the Squidward ice cream cone in the freezer. Patrick then shows up, and SpongeBob explains what has happened to him. Patrick attempts to eat the Squidward ice cream cone, but the Squidward ice cream cone melts. Just then, SpongeBob realizes that Mr. Magic can help them, so he and Patrick pay him a visit along with the melted Squidward ice cream cone gathered inside a jar. The floating fish head tells them that he cannot help SpongeBob, and then Patrick notices a leg sticking out from behind a curtain. Behind the curtain, a fish is talking into a microphone, and saying exactly what Mr. Magic is saying. The fish claims he is technically Mr. Magic, but he cannot help SpongeBob as he is only a businessman and not a real wizard. SpongeBob is furious because of this and exclaims loudly that his faith in the magical arts is ruined, before Mr. Magic gets security to kick SpongeBob and Patrick out. Back in the neighborhood, SpongeBob is still grieving while yelling out random magic words, when Squidward shows up and throws the jar of melted ice cream away. Patrick witnesses this. SpongeBob sees Squidward and believes his magic words turned him back to normal and that he really is magic. He then offers to transform Squidward into something else, but he runs away, yet again. In the end, Patrick later requests SpongeBob to turn him into a jar of mayonnaise. SpongeBob does so, And amazingly, it works. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Goodbye everyone.